Okay, so today we're talking about a different kind of AI. This one is designed to be your personal research assistant. It's called Google NotebookLM, and its whole reason for being is built around one single, absolutely crucial idea: trust.
You know that feeling, right? You get this amazing answer from an AI, but then you spend the next hour thinking, did it just make that all up? That whole skepticism around AI hallucinations is a massive problem for anyone who actually needs information they can rely on.
And honestly, you should be skeptical. I mean, if you're writing an important essay or analyzing business reports or just trying to learn something really complex, trust is everything. You have to know where your information is coming from. So Google's answer to this problem is a concept they call source-grounded AI. And really, it's all about trying to build that trust right back into the process. So what does that even mean? A source-grounded AI knows literally nothing about the wider internet. Its entire universe, its entire brain, is limited only to the documents you give it, your PDFs, your Google Docs, any notes you upload. It becomes an expert in your stuff, and that's it. And the process is actually super simple. First, you upload your sources. Then NotebookLM creates this private, custom AI brain that's only trained on that content. And here's the kicker: when you ask it a question, every single piece of its answer is cited, pointing you right back to the exact paragraph in your original documents. And this is where you really see the fundamental difference. A general chatbot, it pulls from the entire internet, which means it can, and often does, just invent facts. But NotebookLM, it only knows your documents, which makes every single answer 100% citable. And maybe most importantly, your private data is never, ever used to train the model. Okay, so this is about way more than just getting accurate summaries. It's about taking your static, kind of boring documents and turning them into this interactive learning engine. Just look at the power here. All of a sudden, your dense research papers or your lecture notes, they can instantly become flashcards to help you remember things, or practice quizzes to test what you know. It can even create visual mind maps so you can actually see the connections between different ideas. But one of the coolest, most innovative features has to be the audio overview. Seriously, imagine turning your notes into a podcast with two AI hosts just discussing the material. And the best part? You can actually interrupt the conversation and ask them to clarify something, just like you would in a real discussion. It's wild. And you get to customize it too. You can ask for a quick brief overview if you're in a hurry, or you can request a deep dive into all the little details. You can even ask the hosts to give you a constructive critique of a draft you've written, or get this, stage a thoughtful debate that highlights different perspectives from your sources. And people are loving this feature. I mean, the engagement has been just incredible. In only 3 months, users generated over 350 years' worth of these audio overviews. That is a staggering amount of on-the-go learning. All right, so the features are really cool, but how are real people actually using this thing? Well, the applications are turning out to be super personal and creative. I absolutely love this first example. An expecting father uploaded a whole library of childcare books. Why? To create a personalized, trustworthy help desk that he and his partner can turn to anytime they have a question, knowing that the advice is coming directly from the experts that they chose. And for creators, it's a total game changer. This fantasy author uses it to manage all the complex details of their world building. They're not asking it to come up with ideas for them, but to act like a continuity editor, finding inconsistencies in the plot or character details. The author described it as being like having a search function for interestingness. Now, this next one is a really powerful personal use case. Someone uploaded transcripts from their therapy sessions to privately analyze their own journey. Think about that. They're using it to identify patterns and get a deeper understanding of their own personal growth over time. And of course, in the business world, it's a huge efficiency tool. One team created an instant knowledge hub for their new hires. That audio overview feature, it becomes their onboarding podcast. And the chat feature becomes a safe space for new folks to ask all those questions they might not feel comfortable asking on the public Slack channel. So when you boil it all down, who is this tool actually for? Look, it's probably not for everyone, but for some specific groups of people, it is a remarkably powerful asset. If you're a student or a researcher, it gives you academic integrity with verifiable citations. If you're a writer, it helps you quickly outline content that's grounded in facts. For small business owners, it creates that one single source of truth. And really, for any curious learner out there, it turns intimidating, complex material into your own personal study guide. Ultimately, it really all comes down to these three core advantages. First, traceability. Every single fact is linked right back to your source material. Second, privacy. Your documents are yours and yours alone. And third, speed. It handles all the grunt work of finding the information, which frees you up to do the important stuff, the actual thinking and creating. And this all kind of leads to a really interesting question for all of us. If you could create your own personal AI expert on literally any topic, using only the sources that you trust, what would you teach it?